Good evening. Happy New Year. Welcome to Thursday Live Reading Hour, special book review or book of the month edition. Hi, guys. Happy New Year. Hopefully, you could hear me. I still don't have all my equipment, but I have most of it. Very long description today. I'm going to try to shorten it up a little bit. I think it's a little too long for our flavor. But let me get us started. Give me a second. I took down some notes yesterday. Hey everyone. Yes, I have it here. It's here. Welcome to our Thursday live reading hour. I'm really glad you're here, especially because today is not just another Thursday, it's January 1st. And I'm really glad you're here, especially because today is the first day of the new year. I wanted our January book of the month to meet us with intention, not pressure, not resolutions, and not for fixing ourselves, but for courage and self trust. So, I'm excited to officially share that our January book of the month is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. All credit to Julia Cameron. And before I go further, I want to say this clearly. This book is not about being an artist in the traditional sense. Let me go ahead and start our clock. We'll talk a little bit about how this clock works for us during the night so we can stay on track. So, going back to this book is not about being an artist in any traditional sense. It's about listening inward again. So, it's about trusting your voice. It's about beginning without waiting for permission. So, that's why this book felt like the right way to open up 2026 at MaxUverse. So January is not about doing more, I promise you, even though traditionally it's about starting new, doing more. No, we're not doing that. It's about reconnecting with yourself so the steps you take actually matter. And starting tonight, we're not just talking about this book, we're getting to work. So this Thursday, we'll be focusing on chapters 1 through 3. Yes, I read a little bit of it. I couldn't help it. And then next Thursday, we'll do 4 through 6, etc., etc. We'll continue that pattern throughout the month so the reading feels more intentional and not super overwhelming. We'll do 3 chapters at a time. So tonight's focus is on chapter 1 through 3. Chapter 1, I enjoyed because chapter 1 is more about self awareness and it really does invite us to notice when we have silenced ourselves. So where creativity or a curiosity has been pushed aside and where fear has been louder than the truth itself. So this isn't about judgment, it's more about honesty, awareness, and really to act on courage versus just not responding to curiosity, be a little bit more courageous. So I like how she really phrased it. And so, chapter 1, excellent start, is all about awareness. And our format tonight is our usual, just like any other of our lives. We do a 25-minute reading focus session, then we'll do a 5-minute break, and then we'll do our last reading focus session together. I'm going to be reading alongside with you. I love that we get to kick off January with The Artist's Way because, again, our January theme is reconnection. And this is about reconnection to self. And then I'll talk about a little bit about chapter 2 during our break, and then close it off with a little bit of chapter 3 during our as we close out this evening. So again, you don't have to read our book of the month if you don't want to, but I hope you do. And but pick any book that you feel like, you know what, I want to accomplish some reading goals tonight. So I'll go ahead and work on this. And I applaud you every step of the way. I'm excited. Happy New Year. Welcome back. I'm happy to be back. And let's get started. I read the clock is on. I hopefully you could see it. And I put that I'm currently reading The Artist's Way for anyone who wants to know, and it's by Julia Cameron. So let me also work on that description. All right, guys, enjoy. And by the way, I do have some nice background music. I kind of want to show you what mine is, but let me work on this description so you can see the background a little better. It's so great. I use it every time during the lives. Love this type of music. Okay, so that should help with the view of the screen share that I'm sharing. It currently gives us the current amount of time we have left for our first focus session. No rush. Just go ahead and do your reading. And also, I want to show you the music. Let me see that I'm currently listening to. Ta-da! It is so great. It is called New Year Relaxed Lofi, Soft and Peaceful Vibes. I should actually keep it here, right? It looks amazing. So again, Happy New Year, guys. I love it. It looks so good. We'll keep it here for a few minutes and then we'll get back to the clock because we do have a clock. Enjoy your read. Happy New Year. And just in case you see me looking up or to the side, I have my monitor set up. I just need to find my mic. I'm working off my little mic. So far, so good. Fingers crossed. Yes, just a midway check-in, guys. How are you doing? And don't forget, if the background sound music is interrupting you or getting in your way, not something you enjoy, put me on mute. Okay? Um, check in when you can check in, but for the most part, this is your reading hour. We're just doing this together. Okay? So, we have another 10 minutes for our first focus session. Not too bad. Happy New Year again. And I'm so happy to have you with me. So let's keep it up. We're doing great. Hi, Bailey. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. We're back to our reading goals. How you doing? Did you stay late? Stayed up late? I ended up staying late even when I didn't want to, and I didn't have to, but I still stay late. So, long story. Be sure the camera's getting me good. There we go. Oh, I knew it. I know the mic is open. I'm like, wait, I knew I had the wrong description. I know, Happy New Year's. I'm so excited. I'm trying to, let me see if this will show. Hold on a second. I had the wrong description up. Jellyhead. There we go. So that should be better. There we go. Hopefully you can still see me. Let me see if I can move this a little bit up. Da, da, da. Yep, right here. Maybe make this a little bigger. No, can't really see my head. And that's good. Welcome to 2026, Bailey. Time's flying. I opened up the live with announcing the January 2026 book of the month, kickoff book of the month for the year. And that is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This year, we're going to work off of themes, and the January theme is about reconnection. Reconnection is an excellent way to describe all the amazing nuggets of wisdom in this book. So I hope that you could join us. I think you maybe you have the book, I'm not sure. But again, guys, you don't have to read our book of the month selection. Feel free to pick any book you wishing to achieve your reading goals with. And looks like we're down to a minute before our first 5-minute break. So, with that, I am going to go ahead and talk about chapter 2 of our book of the month. Chapter 2 for our book of the month is about rebuilding trust. So, again, this is all about your self journey. This chapter is really the beginning of the process of reconnecting with your inner voice and the part of you that knows what you want. Even if you ignored it for a long time, this is where self trust starts coming back really online, quietly and gently, but it comes online. So, chapter 2 is amazing, all about reconnecting and building trust with your own voice, with your inner voice, I should say, your own inner voice. So, great chapter, and we'll talk about chapter 3 as we move on to the end of the night. We still got a little bit more to go. And as we start heading into we're already into our first 5-minute break, guys. So take a quick break, stretch, do whatever you need to do, grab some water. I'm always hydrating, as you always see me drinking. And then we'll go ahead and start our second focus session of the night. And that's it. I'm just glad we started off January 1st. I did not want to miss tonight. This is an amazing way to start the year, even through nice, quiet reading goals. That really sets the tone for an amazing year, I think. I think. You know? But then again, I have a love for books. So there you go. All right. So let us enjoy our 5 minute break. We're down to a few minutes left. And I'll be here to get us started. Yeah, and I believe you will, Bailey. I have no doubt. You will take care. You always do your reading goals, even if it's a, you know what? I say 10 minutes. Start light and easy. 10 minutes. I set a timer. I do timers all the time. I do old school timers, and they help. Oh, tell Drew I said Happy New Year. We chatted yesterday, and I actually stayed up late, even though I was like, Drew, I don't know if I'm gonna make it till midnight, but I told them Happy New Year just in case, and I ended up staying late regardless because I was watching something. What was I watching? There's something on Netflix, but I was like, oh wait, I'm actually staying up late after all. Yeah, it must have been good. Oh, you did? Did you miss the ball drop? For me, midnight starts with the New York ball drop. Guys, I'm from New York, okay? That's hometown right there. So midnight starts with the Eastern Standard Time. So once that one went down, I was like, it's midnight. Even though it wasn't midnight for me physically, but it was midnight. I just love it. Yeah, it's okay if you crashed. It's good. You can sleep through it. It's still New Year's Day the next day. I love it. All right, so we have another minute. Oh, that's hilarious. With 3 minutes left. That's so great. Good job. Mm, at least you guys were together. That's all that matters. Mm. So Bailey, I noticed that even though live, I'm not getting much participation, but the recordings are actually checking out for us. Yeah, the people watching them once the recording goes becomes available. So that makes me happy. Mm. Look, whatever helps anyone helps anyone. I know I repeated it myself. If it helps someone, that's all that matters to me. That's the goal. That's a little plus. That's a little check mark for me. It's like, yay. I know this helps someone. Okay, we just started our second focus session, guys. Keep reading. Let me grab my book. We are reading The Artist's Way as the January and the kickoff to the book of the month for the year. It's called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. It's an amazing book. I'm going to tell you, I did went ahead and read quite a bit. I'm up to chapter. All right, let me tell you. Might as well tell you now. This one is chapter 6. Chapter 6 is so good. and it's not the artist in the traditional sense. It makes a lot of sense once you read it. So I hope you do. And it's the perfect book for our reconnection theme of the month. So, and I am wrapping up the other book that I'm reading currently. I Will Teach You to Be Rich, just in the last few chapters. And I kind of want to wrap it up because I started this one off strong. I'm going to say the last couple months of the year, and then I just put it down. So I started rotating my books a little too much. Okay, Bailey, sounds good. You know, I take any feedback you have, girl. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your movie. Thank you for checking in. Tell Drew I said I love him. Take care. Enjoy. Bye, guys. We'll talk soon. I promise. Hey guys, a midway check in. How are you holding up? Okay, I'll make sure to give us enough time to share some reflections from chapter 3 of the MaxUverse Book of the Month pick, which is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This is an excellent book to match our theme for the month, which is reconnection with self. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap up strong. You guys are doing amazing. And just need a few minutes to share chapter 3 and a little closing for everyone. Perfect. Okay, guys, we have about 8 minutes left. Let me share some information from chapter 3. I'm going to grab my notes. Here we go. Ta-ta. Okay, so chapter 3 is about permission. This is more about the idea, well, it's challenging the idea that you need to be ready, confident, or certain before you begin. So it's a good way of kind of like having you think on that. It's challenging you a little bit, and it's about giving yourself permission to start anyway, um, regardless if you feel ready or not. So the first 3 chapters create the grounding we need to move forward with clarity and with confidence, and do it anyway. So we'll be reading together, reflecting together, continuing these conversations inside the MaxUverse Circle on Facebook. It is our MaxUverse community group where we reflect on these conversations a little bit more and we share and support one another. So if you're not already there, that's where the discussion continues beyond these lives. And as we move through January, remember this: courage doesn't have to be loud, growth doesn't have to be rushed, and it's never too late to begin. So tonight, we started with one, awareness, with honesty, and then with the willingness to trust ourselves just a little bit more than we did yesterday. So let's get to work. So, real quickly, let me tell you two quick reminders about the MaxUverse community rhythm. This Sunday, we'll meet again for our Sunday Reset Live. It is our hour to focus, reset, and move into the week with clarity. So, bring a task, bring your intention, and let us move forward together on Sunday, 6 p.m. Central. Then on Monday at noon, we have our Monday Focus Lab. It is where we center ourselves for the week and bring purpose to our next steps. I would love to see you there. And as we close this evening, we also have a new segment. I wrote down the notes here because we did our first live yesterday. This segment is called The Quiet Steps in the Making. I am sharing my journey as an author, someone who is in the editing process of writing a book. I did complete the book Thanksgiving Day, actually, of 2025, and I'm sharing everything. I mean, from the reasons behind it, why now, why this book, some key lessons for each chapter, the whole journey. So join us there Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. There will be lives in our YouTube and Facebook channel. Just look for the Quiet Steps in the Making invites. You'll see us there. And also, as we close this evening, here's your reflection for the week. Your subconscious mind is always responding, always shaping, always creating from the thoughts you allow it to repeat. So when you choose your thoughts with intention, your life begins to shift with intention. Change begins with awareness. Awareness begins with evenings just like this one. So it's never too late to choose a new belief, to see yourself differently, or to imagine a new future. Thank you for joining our January Book of the Month reading hour. I love these times together. I hope you have a peaceful evening, and I hope to see you inside the MaxUverse Circle or at MaxUverse.com and the rest of the upcoming lives we have coming up. You could catch us on any of the socials, MaxUverse, and you could check out our podcast channel for all things self growth, business support, entrepreneurship, creative space for tips and for further development. Catch us on that podcast. It's amazing. It's really a focus for anyone who's felt like they started a little late. Well, if they think they started late, it is never too late. That's your space. We're your community. So come check us out. Again, MaxUverse Circle on Facebook. Go ahead and sign up there or just check us out at MaxUverse.com. You get more information. I hope this was a good evening for everyone. I hope you did accomplish some of your reading goals for tonight. I hope I didn't talk too much because I try not to. And again, Happy New Year. May this year be as special and amazing and everything you ever wanted and everything you ever hoped for. That's what it's going to be. I wish that for you. I wish that for your families. And let it be amazing because we're going to make it amazing. So that's it from my end. Thank you for joining me this evening. Whether you're catching us live on YouTube or on Facebook or in the recording, I'm glad you joined me. And I will see you Sunday for Sunday Reset. I can't wait. All right. Take care, guys. We'll give it a few minutes and then we'll close it up. Have a nice evening. See you soon. Bye bye.